Welcome to another edition of Smart Chat here on YouTube.com. I hope everything's going well for you guys. And John Farrell, out. No longer the manager of the Boston Red Sox. And it just seems like I was making... I made a video about Farrell before. And I made a video about the Red Sox being eliminated from the playoffs. Barely even had a chance to post it. And now he's fired. Let's look at both sides here. You might be saying changing lineups every day. Burning Sale out and Chris Sale. Keeping Sale in too long against Houston when he came out of the pen. Benching Hanley game 1. Best para guy for Nunez, who couldn't even work. Or walk for that matter. In-game managing mess-ups. Getting tossed in a postseason game. Petty hitting 100. Better to have Petty tossed. Not knowing your players are using Apple Watches. Might say great grip on the team in John Farrell. Maybe you're saying this team needs someone younger. It's a bunch of kids. Maybe you think you had your next manager and you let him go to Arizona. This is what I'm going to tell you. My opinion. And when you look at it, okay, it's... The past 2 seasons, the Red Sox ran into a team in the playoffs that had a much more talented roster than Boston had. Not sure you could blame the manager for losing to a team that is just simply better. Now, I understand being the 3rd, 4th best team in the AL isn't good enough. But I'm not sure that John Farrell should have been expected to beat the Indians last season and the Astros this season. It's not John Farrell's fault. The entire lineup doesn't contain one single bat that the opponent is scared to face. Who did you replace David Ortiz with? You might be saying, well, Tom, however, a manager has 2 basic jobs in Major League Baseball. Keep players' spirits high via a good clubhouse culture, and to make a small, to be able to make small, minute in-game decisions that can seal games here and there. Maybe you're saying that Farrell seems to be doing neither. Now, listen, I think that the team responded quite well after getting ran off the field for 2 games in Houston. I think Farrell managed the games as best as he could. The Red Sox were just severely outmatched. They have a severely outmatched lineup. Listen, you might be saying it's not really about who they ran into the playoffs. It's more about the game time adjustments and having control over your players. For instance, when you put, let's say, a Sale out to start the 8th inning in Game 4 after he pitched 4 beautiful innings, was a huge mistake. Let me say that's a mistake. Not having the fortitude to bench Pedroia because he's only 50%, hurt the team. Brock Holt was 100% and had a nice last month of the season. Farrell didn't use Holt. He used Pedroia. Now, I say to you this, and if he gave up a home run in the 7th inning, then he should have came out in the 6th. If he gave it up in the 6th, then he should have came out in the 5th. Hindsight is 20/20. Let's not act like we knew that Bregman was going to take Chris Sale deep. People need to be able to identify the difference between managerial error and players not executing. You can't just look at a box score after the game and say every player that got a hit should have hit higher in the order. The small nitpicky things that people like to blame managers for are hilarious. And it's going to happen the same thing with whoever is the manager next year, unless they go 162-0. I think one of the main reasons many players and managers don't want to come to Boston is so they don't have to deal with the uneducated fans who can't wait to just dish out and just to blame someone. I hope all is well.